Hey guys, welcome. Happy Friday. Good to see you. Corrido, Bandit. Welcome, welcome. So today... Hello? Oh, for some reason didn't want to... I want to see if my... if I unlock the... Ducky. No. I will be doing the featured contracts. 7 stream streak. Well, thank you, Bandit. That's very cool. Let's see, gear. I guess explosives. Did I get the yellow suit ducky by now? No, I don't. I didn't. Unless that's also under tools. No. Well, they say it could take up to 24 hours, but... Okay. Guess not. Let's dive into the... no. Game modes. Contracts. Featured contracts. Let's see how we can get on, right, shall we? So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 11. That's a weird number. I guess last time we had 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 9. Okay. Oh, 10, 11. Okay. Well, where shall we start? At the end? Let's work backwards for change. Let's go here. A sweet taste of poison. Food can be lovely, sweet and juicy to a lot of people if it's made correct. Made the correct way, but sometimes... Man, it's loud. But sometimes people will make food and throw it to the public. To eat that can cause problems like stomach aches and food poisoning. Those types of people need to be learned a lesson of what happens when they don't make it right again. Nezuko-chan. Ooh, okay. Nezuko-chan, isn't he a speedrunner? Okay. Let's see. Okay, so it's the food vendors. Any method in the suit? You know, I should do the random suit redeem. Let's see. Casual. Summer suit. Okay. Let's see. Yes, I'm gonna create that right now. Just give me a few seconds. That is over here. View rewards. No. Custom rewards. Here we go. Custom reward. Random suit. Description. This will... I use this to select a random suit for me to wear. Costs 1,000. Okay. Create. Sorry about that. I'm still dialing in some stuff. Okay, so suit. So we have don't have too many starting places. This is not good. Not good. I guess we'll start here. Any method. No other shenanigans, but they're all girls. So I can take their outfits. They don't eat, right?
Hello, motherfucker.
Hey, Abe. Welcome.
Underscore sin 1040 just redeemed hello mother effer.
Hey, happy Friday. Happy Friday. So the ducky giveaway over here will be later on. So stick around for that if you want one. Or have a chance to win one, let's say. But for now, so her, we can get her with the, let's take the big one. Lethal poison. No, let's take tools. Let's take a micro taser. Do I need this? Probably not. Let's go. Let's see. The giveaway isn't live yet, Abe. I will start it later on. I think I need to stream a half an hour before I can actually do it. According to the creator dashboard. So, although I do see the keys, but that will be yeah. I don't want to start it right off. And we'll be ducky for the giveaway. They're all. Oh. Wasn't there like a box over here? Yeah. What about here?
Oh, you're tall and handsome.
Can't do anything with this. Okay, let's figure her out later. Let's see. We'll do some investigation first.
Strandberg is a lunatic.
No, he is capitalist.
Huh?
We've got her, so we can blow this up. That should not be a problem.
Yes, yes.
Oh, he's in here.
Closer. We have delicious escargot.
Why are you in here, dude? Oh, I gotta be in a suit, right? Yeah, Okay. Can I... Give me a... I wanna try some... I did pick up the wrench, right? Yeah. Can I, like... Missing wrench. I thought I picked up a wrench. Was it? Hold on. Hold. This way.
Come back in 5 minutes.
Boom, 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 boom. There should be a wrench right here. Yoink. I could have sworn there was one in that little room, but I guess not.
I am so honored by your visit to me. Naomi, bye-bye.
Who are you? I know you. Who does this guy think
Hey,
he
I'm a
is?
maintenance. Oh, I'm electronic services.
Answer me when I'm talking to you.
What should we do? If Crystal Dawn get involved, should we
Let's go check out the other ones while we avoid attracting attention there. Let's see if that works. Or are they? So there's an extra propane tank over there I can use. What about this?
I could just about strangle Jerry. Stomach cramp. What kind?
Okay, there's a propane tank right over here for her.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We have homemade
Can't see her from over there.
And cinnamon. Cinnamon are...
Well, maybe.
Hey, step off. No, I got pepper spray and I know how to use it. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We have...
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Where's the other one? Over here.
Cinnamon are spices are...
Oh, will you look at this? How convenient. Okay.
Hello, sir.
I wonder. Oh, look at the convenience, man.
Hey, mister. How's it going? Snail meat! Snail meat! No bones! Snail free.
Is that visible from over there?
Or they're all
I
gone.
think so.
Really?
Toilets are acting up again.
So, give me this.
Salam!
I know I'm in the wrong outfit. I'm just experimenting right now. I'm also... Oh yeah, because I was spotted.
Oh, what?
Oh.
Oh. Hey.
That works. Okay. New plan. New plan. I'm not gonna take this. I'm gonna take a container with this. Well, I might... yeah. 5 stream streak. Well. Thank you, man. Glad to have you. Assault rifles. No. Snipers. I want to see if I can pull this off. Let's take this one. Yeah. There will be a little bit of setup. The good thing is the lady here will be alone later on, so we can just... we don't have to worry about this dude.
What? Hey,
Oh,
stay safe.
what? Let's see. This one I can use for... oh. Let's put this right here.
Well, hey, mister. How's it going?
Is that visible from over there?
Snail meat! Snail meat! No bones! Wanna try some snail meat? Snail meat! Snail meat! No bones! Wanna try some snail meat?
There. This one is for over there later on. And then... let's see if we can do all propane tanks over here. I can just throw it over here for her, of course, but I need ignition sources. You go over here. Should be enough, right? Hopefully I don't blow up anybody else. And then...
Okay.
I have a sneaky suspicion that will blow up another person, but yeah. Let's see, gotta be visible from over there, so somewhere over here. Let's see if we can make this work, shall we? Of course we have to deal with the... oh, is there a Whomping over here? Doesn't really work for me. Can use the coins though.
Hey,
Aha.
got one left. I'll go find a spot and then we head back to the school. How's that? Sure. Wait.
Okay, the lady and the dudes over here. When is he coming over?
Look, Lasse, I'm sorry to dump this turd on you, but I've been waiting 6 months for this transfer, and I'm not about to don my cape just because Orlando made an asshole decision. What is he thinking, keeping Strandberg under his protection?
What the hell is that?
Huh.
Command, either we got a poltergeist or someone's throwing things at me.
Don't know if there's anybody coming up, but yeah, I gotta make sure nobody finds these people. Yeah. Okay. Where's my briefcase? Oh wait, it's here, right? Yeah. Over there, I can see that one. This one is a bit more difficult. Where is it? Is it behind her or in front of her? Crap, I should have thrown it. Fuck. Can't see it. Can I at least see this one? Ah, fuck me. Okay, so that didn't work out. Maybe, let me think. So what if I need that? Where can I smuggle something? This is not where I'm going, right? Carpet shop? Mechanic shop. Remote micro. Okay. Let's see. Well, theoretically, let me think. Market Square. This one I can shoot from here, so I can blow this up. There should be no problem. So I need basically 3 tasers. Or 3 somethings to explode. So I could take tools. What else goes the sparks? Party popper, right? Oh, I could explosives. Is that on the distractions? The bigger one? Where was that? Explosives, maybe? Party cracker. Okay. If I put... Yeah. Let's go. I think this should work. This should work. This is for later.
Okay.
Hello, come in.
Greg is a lunatic.
No, he is Captain.
It was annoying that the propane tank fall. So I need this one. Oh, there's a. Oh no, there isn't. Here, I have a present for you. Okay. This is gonna be a thing, of course. Oh, I didn't have to pick up the micro taser. Okay, where's the other one? Over here. Oh, the big one.
Excuse me, sir.
Gotta be.
Okay.
How do you read?
Boom, boom.
All right there.
Should be one over here. Cool. Let's see if Mr. Mister has disappeared by now.
Huh?
He has. So. There we go. Nice. Oh, that was fun.
Duh. Winning.
Do, 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 do. Number 15 on the globals. Number 1 of my friends. How much are you willing to bet that is Phoenix? Oh, didn't expect that. In 127. Well, nicely done. Okay. 38 seconds. Nice. He's running through, picking that up. Okay. I'll take it. I'm not a speedrunner, so I am happy with my time. Let's see. What next? Features. And then rabbits in Bangkok. Rabbits in Bangkok? Bangkok doesn't have rabbits, but a yellow one just hopped in. Where it is, it has a taste of blood too. ZJXDL. Optional in the suit. Okay, well let's honor the contract. It is also yellow, but that is themed, I guess. There we go. Is anything, any disguise? He's in the suit. Okay. He's got to be an accident. Okay. Question is, where are they? Let's just find out, shall we? Boom, 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 boom. Oh, it's not them. Okay. All the way up there. Okay. All the way up here is any method. Downstairs is an accident in the guard room. Where the hell is he? He's to my left. Over there. What? Oh, it's the delivery area. Yeah. I know where he is. So he's any method in the suit. He is on level 4. And he is also on level 4. So I've got 2 guys on level 4. This is any method, any disguise. This is any method in the suit. And he's gotta be an accident. Okay, so he's gonna be... He's gonna get the kaboom in any disguise. So this one is first, and I take a suit and then go over here. Ken Morgan's suite on level 4. That is a thing. Okay, so suit, that means my suite. I set the suite. Do I need this? No. Maybe this. Do I need that? Maybe. Okay. I think I'm starting on level 2, so I need to go up 2 stairs. Level 3, so 1 up. And he's the suit, so he's behind me, so it's you.
Excuse me, sir. Afraid I'll have to ask you to stop right there.
Pal, he said you can't be here.
Sorry. Are you gonna get sick or what? There he goes. Was he the
Hello there.
He's the suit guy. Yeah. Okay. Hey, Spider-Fray. Welcome. Fiery. Does he know where to go? Please go into my room. I could possibly even get him by throwing it up here.
Oh.
I want to try that. I think it goes through the floor. How you doing, Spider? Happy Friday, man. Glad to have you. Okay. Should work.
You need to control that anger. You shouldn't be throwing stuff around.
Yes. Oh, they both get sick? That's not what I want. You shouldn't be throwing things around. Shut up, lady. Nobody asked. So here would be perfect, I guess.
What the hell?
What the hell? Yes. Okay, he should be coming in here. Come on down and claim your prize. Well, maybe have an involuntary protein spill. Come on in, sir. Have a nice clean toilet waiting for you. He is an accident, but yeah, why not, right? Now I can take your suit. The other one is also up there somewhere, yeah. He's got to be an accident. Hey.
Hey, see you for drinks afterwards at Shenanigans?
Oh, you said the thing. Oh. How are you? Oh, I see.
I've done this forever.
Huh. Weird, I just...
Stay here. I'll see what it was.
Thanks.
What a strange thing to say. Here I am.
Accident. Cool.
Everything is good.
This way. Oh, I can't. Crap, I need a wrench. Is there a wrench nearby the
Great. Now they're not even letting.
Better safe than sorry. You get it? Because you're a security. And it's a safe.
Because you're security, yeah, you're a funny guy.
Say what?
Well,
Say what?
You're no quitter. I've got to give you that.
Is there a wrench nearby here somewhere?
I'm homing in on the problem. I just gotta. Damn it.
Are you sure you don't want to ride home?
It's not
Are you
about
sure you
that.
don't want to ride home? Oh, it's you.
Weapons on. Okay.
Is there a wrench somewhere? Maybe in here.
Wake up. Come in, Central. We've got
No.
someone causing trouble.
Get out of my way. Okay, so replan. Let's take. Do I really need this? No. No, I don't. So I'm gonna take a tool, a handyman wrench. That should allow me to repair the tuk-tuk. Okay. Yeah.
What? Hey, you! Don't throw that here!
There he comes. Okay.
We got this shit under control, man.
Yeah, I've got the shit under control, you know.
Say what?
Think I heard something. Might be a false alarm, but I'll check it out just in case. Hey, everything's good
Why?
here. Nothing to get our panties in a bunch
me.
about.
Scram, sir. Steward instead. That'd be really good, you know. I'd be so good at saying, "Welcome to the Hitman Hotel." I know I would.
They're deaf. Why?
More security, the better.
Why I could push him over?
Sir, you're violating my personal.
Okay, whatever. Planning. Sweet. And then we are gonna take some coinage. We need the coinage to lure him in because he stepped in the first time, so I don't know why he wouldn't want to do it right now. Oh, I can just hurry up here.
Hey.
Crap. Okay. Imagine the jump scare if this dude is standing right here and you're coming through the door. In the NPC's point of view.
Surprise, motherfucker!
Okay. Hello.
To talk to the boss man about these uniforms again.
You know what? We should open a hotel of our own. No, not so fancy, but cozy. Just no backpackers. They stink and they complain about
I think I just heard something.
we know it's a quarter of the price compared to where they come from. You know what I mean?
Jeez.
Here I am.
Hey!
Mine.
False alarm.
Okay. Cool. Got him. Now we gotta get down.
Well, you're no quitter. I've got to give you that.
Oh, you're no quitter.
I can fix this. I'm zooming in on
This
the
way.
problem. I just gotta...
Wrong way.
Are you sure you don't want to ride home?
It's not about that. There's this gas. We're going back to guys. Touch the stick.
Out of the way, son. Boom, boom. Beep, beep. Got him.
Duh. Winning.
That's how winning is done. Jeez, again, slow. Phoenix again. Ah, by 9 seconds. If I didn't dally around, I would have got him. Oh, I guess we had basically the same route, judging from the time. Let's see, next. Game modes, contracts, featured. Where are we going? Sapienza. Salvatore. Cruising for a bruising. Okay. Marco Abbiati has hired some extra muscle to apprehend and roughen Salvatore Bravuomo in hopes of threatening that man into hiding. From highs to lows, inside shops, and even staying outside to sniff him out, these muscleheads tend to get distracted in the details. Unfortunately, our attorney can't even hurt a fly. He requires his own bruiser to take the forefront. He doesn't want to get his hands dirty. Punch until they give out and allow our client an opening to run away into the sunset. No, created by Ashley. Okay. Any method, unarmed, any method in the suit. Okay. Well, since we have a suit, let's go and pick one out, shall we?
Interesting choice, 47.
Classic Terminus. Okay. Suit. Classic. Terminus. Okay, so these are any method, only he is unarmed, so let's... do I need this? No. Shall I take some distraction coins? Can only start here, right? Right. Okay, let's go see.
Okay, now look right into the camera. Right in? Yes. Perfect. Godlike. Thank you. You look fantastic.
right here, so I don't really need that. This is, what is this? The speedboat key. And always come in handy.
There's no sign of Bravomo. Wherever he is, he's hiding good.
What's up with you?
No, he's not here. I'll go and check the food stands.
Can't blow up this because then they will blow up with it. What's your problem?
Huh. Command, we might have a situation. I'll check the perimeter. Over.
Oh, that thing could possibly be...
Man, I swear, these sort of things happen. Hello there. Hello?
Hello there, hello. Hello. Is it me you're looking for? Interesting. Let's take that, shall we? Who needed to be next? Where the hell did he go?
When I was a kid, we used to come here a lot.
All the way over there. Oh my god. Oh my god.
You are filling that suit out good.
Ooh. Who are you? Are you the accident? Well, you could be an accident. Could be an accident waiting to happen. Crap. crap. Oh, interesting. Are they gonna converge? Suit. Who is the unarmed? You're the unarmed one. Okay. Coin. Are there any more propane tanks around here I can use?
I think I finally solved my lacking libido problem. First, I started sleeping with a fluoride crystal on my forehead, and it began releasing my sexual energy every night. Then I started rubbing a red garnet on my temple, just a few minutes a day, as a root chakra stone. The garnet is said to be excellent.
If I push him, they will see.
It's used to ground one's dreams.
Everybody will see.
Bringing abundance, prosperity, and realization of those dreams.
Where are you?
It made me feel hella sexy.
You're the unarmed guy.
Are you even listening?
He's gonna be the problem to isolate him.
Dropped on the floor like many times as a baby.
Open your eyes, for Christ's sake. The world is much bigger than you think.
I have seen things that would make your head explode.
Hello there.
Hey Panda, welcome. Happy Friday. How are you doing, my friend? How are you doing today? Oh, where are you going?
I need to find another way in. Restricted area.
Where are you going, sir?
I suppose so.
Oh, look at that sunset. Isn't it beautiful? I'm so happy.
Look at that sunset.
See what you're saying.
How are you seeing the sunset? And it's
all just
bright daylight outside, lady. Ooh. Oh, are you the unarmed guy? You are.
Ciao, Bravo.
What was that?
Buddy, please step out. We do not appreciate your presence at the moment. Sorry, but just need a second here.
Yeah, I wanna step out. Thank you.
Yes, you are the man.
Crap.
Hello there.
What the hell is that?
I'm pickled.
Fuck me. Hey, thank you for the subscription, Panda. Oh man, I missed. Why is he in here? Crap. Thank you, man. Okay, so he goes into the toilet with Bravomo. No, he's the. Ooh. Ooh. Suit. Oh, you're the unarmed guy. Oh, fuck me.
What's up?
I was hoping. Oh. Oh, and he's moving again. Going upstairs. Okay. Let's go take care of these guys first then. And he's going here.
I am great.
Is he coming to see? Who are you? Are you the unarmed guy? You are. Oh, hello. Oh crap.
Man, false alarm. Nothing to report.
Whoa, sir. God damn it!
What's happening? What's happening? Command, no visual on the shooter so far.
We're gonna change for now. Oh, they don't like me. Okay. Excuse me, sir. I'm just gonna take this and get out of your hair. Where are you going? Are you going out? Okay. Oh crap, I thought there was a box here. I guess not. Then I'll put him in a box over here. There we go. Now, let's see. Oh crap. Oh shit, I thought you were higher up. Okay, well, while we're... Holy crap, I can't even talk anymore. While we're here, I just might as well take care of the... Fuck.
No way.
It's a bit crowded in here. Ah. Hmm.
I'm on it.
Oh, he doesn't. Oh, I'm not trespassing here? Oh, interesting. That's Bravomo. Oh, there's a door here, right? This is annoying.
Someone please help me! Hey, you there! I think something horrible happened! Some idiot is doing something that he shouldn't be doing!
We got a snake in the bush! Here!
Why is he going upstairs?
Lost sight of him. Move to a better position. Over there!
Wait, what?
Hold your fire! He's disappeared! Gunman just opened fire on my position! Cover and casualty! Over there! Get eyes on him! Target spotted!
Crap. Crap. Okay. Replan. Let's see. What can we do with these guys? Planning. So not this. I am trying to maybe use ducats. Explosive device, okay. Those coins enough, so concussion duck. Let's see what we can do with that. Coin. Okay. Good to know.
There's no sign of Bravomo. Wherever he is.
No sign of Bravomo. I think he comes this way.
No problem.
Oh, he doesn't. He goes this way.
Okay.
Oh, these guys shoot.
No, he
Oh,
still
he's
hasn't turned
unarmed.
up at his office. I'm on my way up there right now.
Okay, better check all the shops on the way. Very important that I be out of time.
Oh, they removed it in this version of the map. We are unarmed.
Let me take care of that.
You don't have to tell me twice.
Ah, what are you?
Hi. Okay, drag your ass up here. At least I got rid of the unarmed guy. Nobody should be going up that stairs, right? Cool. Okay. Now, Ducky.
No sign of Brawoma. I'll go and check the food stand. Looks like they have something.
Okay. Whatever.
All right, stay put. I got this.
Get another coin here.
Don't let this get to you, man.
Calm and smile. Calm and smile.
What?
Stay here, you understand?
Okay.
Boom! The fuck?
We got explosions. Could be a bomb threat. Command, how do you read? Over.
Why didn't the car explode?
Man, something's not... Oh, shit.
This is a concussion duck, right? Yeah, that should have blown up the car, right? Right. Pick up. Let's see. Get the explosives. Maybe get a breaching charge there. No. Is there another concussion thing I can do? Yeah, well, I can bring the explosives. I can just do a regular concussion because they will go for it. Proximity, micro explosive, remote concussion device. There we go. Okay. Okay. Give me the coin. Oh right, I gotta sneak by to get up there. Don't turn around, don't turn around. Nothing to see here. I'm just on my way up.
Man, thought I heard something. Checking it out. Over.
Oh right. I gotta be careful of this dude.
Is that a man up there?
La 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 la. Coin, yeah.
Okay, better check all the shops on the way. It's very important that Abbiati talks to him, so that means every shop. Got it. All right, good.
Okay, cool. Close the door. Yeah. Okay. Drag you around the corner. Very, very good. Okay. Tra-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la. Maybe this one. Remote concussion duck. Let's wait for him to come a bit closer, one of the two. Yeah, it's all suit, okay. And any method. Okay, okay, okay. I can place it by, but I can't pick it up again. That's a bit of a bummer. Man, we've got a situation. Yeah. Got him.
How you doing?
Hi. Oh, I forgot to pick up the.
Oh. Possible intruder. Sweeping area. Over. You gotta be kidding. Command. Yeah, do you copy? We need a bomb squad!
Gotcha, you bitch.
I know I'm a lady, but
I know I'm a lady, but fuck. Okay. Let's go pick up.
Wait a minute.
There. Okay. Let's go pick up my ducky from my.
Hey, whoa. Whoa.
Thank God nobody panicked about that. I have keys for this. Let's just take this, just for shits and giggles.
I'll just pretend all's good here.
Yeah.
Huh.
Snap out of it. We're fear incarnate, about to bring the hammer down on anything that makes.
Oh, he's over there. Okay.
No problem.
Tra-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la. They don't like it. I'm stuck here. No, I'm not. If I put the concussion thing in the briefcase. Okay, let's see. Oh, no. Why don't you like me? I should...
All right, okay.
If I give it to him, where does he go?
5-bite diet.
Down here, right?
5 bites every meal.
You're making me very
Earlier, I did
uncomfortable.
the baby food diet, which was great too. You just eat 14 jars of food, right?
Hey, wait a minute.
I don't know.
Whoa.
Right?
Like, really? Okay, you're joking, right? Because please tell me that you are joking. That is the weirdest shit I have ever heard coming from you. Ever.
I wouldn't have told you this unless it really meant something to me. And now
Command,
you're
this
just
is Alpha 6.
being such an
Send unit
arrogant
up to clear
asshole. I'm never
disturbances in my
telling you
sector.
anything
Over.
again.
Look,
He's not
relax,
picking it up
man.
himself.
I just didn't know you were so into that stuff is all.
Oh, fuck me. I also have to get through him, through there. Ooh. Fuck me. And then he's gonna stand over here.
I finally found myself.
Hey, lady. I don't know. What the hell are you doing there?
Piling up. He's probably heard of those guys. But I mean,
Oh, he eventually goes down there, right?
I'm gonna go with no comment on that.
Does he go this
Too friggin'
way?
far-fetched, man. I don't believe
Oh, he
you
goes
have
this
a
way.
top floor for your elevator to even go to.
Oh, right, he goes into the toilet. Right.
Great, don't you think?
This could work out pretty good. I do have a coin. So let's try to coin him in here. I can't. And this is locked too, okay. There's a body bag here too, even. Okay. Oh, he goes in there. Yeah.
We've been looking for you. So let's step inside.
Hey, I'm sorry, but I need you to leave, okay?
So let's step inside. Abiyati will be expecting you in your office. I hope you're not armed.
Huh. What? Okay. Oh. Hey, it's me. Send Raoul down here. Something's going on and I don't like it. What the? Huh. What? Beautiful.
Gotcha, bitch. There we go. Okay, cool. What's this then? Oh, that's the gun. Okay, cool. No, what no? What are you knowing about? Oh, you were called for the briefcase. Get out of my way.
Yeah, so that young cop.
So now that dude remains. They won't pick it up.
Sorry, sir. This area is restricted at the moment, so I can't let you through.
You gotta be.
So the other day at pottery class, I don't know what happened, but suddenly Casey Knight was going full-on goat with the wet clay. I mean, he was like a hand.
I would let you through if I could, sir, but not at this moment.
God damn it.
Faces and
They're all going upstairs.
but instead of an entire class, like
Yeah, let's
guiding my hands along to this out-of-body
some strange
experience.
noises here. Looking into it. Over.
Have you completely lost?
Okay. I'm up.
Wow.
Ka-ching.
Hey, Psycho!
Get this over with! How much ammo do you have? Taking casualties!
Whoa! He got launched.
Don't shoot me, please! Don't shoot me!
A shot. Why didn't he get hit by the by this thing? Let me check something. Oh, I can't get up here. I thought I could. That's a damn shame. So he is the puzzle, maybe. How the hell am I gonna get him? Gotcha, bitch. Don't remind me completely and casually reloading a sec. Bang. Yeah, that happened. And welcome the editor. Welcome. Happy Friday.
Oh, you have no idea how.
Take this. Okay. And also take... Oh, the golf ball is also gone. That's a bit of a bummer. Hope you're having a good day too. I am. I'm enjoying the featured contracts. And yeah. Gonna go from... see what we can do with them.
What the?
Okay. Okay.
What? What's that?
Bugger. Oh, you?
Oh. Command, thought I heard something. Checking it out. Over.
Anyone believes this is an accident, you have my... Hey, you, what is this? You did this?
He stood here. How the hell did that not kill him?
Sir, I would strongly advise you to leave the area.
God damn it. This shit is so inconsistent, man. It's sometimes they die and sometimes they don't. Maybe he got hit by the concussion ducky first and that's what interfered with that? I don't know. It's annoying. That's what it is.
Command, just heard a strange noise. I'm gonna check it out. Please stand by.
I just heard a strange noise. Hello.
Hey, watch it. You could get yourself killed.
Get the coin, get the dude in here.
Okay, better check all the shops on the way. Very important that Aviati talks to him, so that means every shop. Got it.
That means every shop. Come on, dude. And open sesame. Oh, look, that's a coin.
Damn.
Damn, yeah. It's maybe 5 cents. Snap. Okay. Drag you around the corner. Just to be safe. Yeah. Oh, he's already too far away. Okay, so... Oh, I forgot the... okay. Where do I shoot this thing?
Hey, the fuck? Where's the tango? Report!
Okay, let's chill for a second. Gonna get him later. I'm still green, so yeah. At least the thing is leaking now. You wanna play games? Okay. Oh.
We have a security breach, but don't worry, the pros are here.
Okay. Let's get this. Okay.
Shut up, Greg. Come on, man up. You're not broken.
He's talking to himself. We've got two here.
Hello there.
Hello. Go check it out.
What the? Command, got some strange noises here. Looking into it. Over.
Was hoping he would go close to, but yeah.
Hello?
Gotcha, bitch. Okay. Please have mercy. Alright then.
No sign of Bravomo. Wherever he is,
Yeah,
he's
so
hiding
that
good.
young cop, the one with the pimples?
Yep, don't worry, I'll sniff him out.
There's one of them that's at least coming down here, right? Yoink. Yoink. Oh, coins over here. Okay.
Don't worry. We're having fun, right?
Hmm. Oh, he's the one that goes upstairs and comes down again.
No sign of Bravomo.
I think I can get him over here. Gotta keep an eye out on the dude that goes to the toilet though. But this car worked the last time. I really need to knock all these people out that are up there. There he comes. What about concussion duck?
Moving in to investigate. Over.
Concussion duck.
Help me! I need help here!
I'm red gun now. Why?
Hey, I need some help here.
Ah, the concussion duck was too close to him, I guess. Fuck me. Okay, well, let's pretend that worked and I can get this dude over. Let's focus on him for now.
No, sir. I can't grant you access to this area at the moment. Sorry.
There is another way up. Hello, sir. Da, 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 da. Okay. Okay, so this could be, as long as nobody comes in here.
Hello there.
Hey Dorian, welcome, welcome. How do I participate in the giveaway? It's not live yet. I will put it live in a moment, and then it will give you the instructions. Okay, so this is how we're gonna get him, I guess. Well, now is this as good a time as any to start the giveaway. Let's see. Where is my stuff over here? Open the giveaway. There we go. So that's how we get him. We can get out the same way. Okay. Okay. So yeah, start type !ducky to enter the giveaway, and then in a while we're gonna pull one. So if you wanna win this this golden ducky for your Hitman, type !ducky. Oh, I gotta go here. So. Oh, you're going there anyway. Okay, cool. I thought I had to distract you, but that doesn't... I don't have to do that, okay.
Look at that idiot showing off. Huh, anybody can do that.
Anybody can do that, yeah, but I did it. I did it. What's the thing? Yeah. That's the new... you can only get this trophy duck from giveaways from IOI creators like myself. So, yeah. So it's gonna be a rarity. Rare thing to have. Okay. Okay. Should I put something on screen so that people who see that can see that too? Let's see. Text. Type. Ducky. To enter the raffle. That's a bit big. And that's a bit small. 14. Let's make it 18 points, shall we? Okay. Okay. And then I can do this. Nah, it's a bit... 30 36, okay. There, that should work, right? Okay. Did I just... Yeah, he's over there. It's so stupid that I oh, no, 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 no. Almost forgot again. Man.
What the hell is this? What the hell? Can't get down with extreme prejudice.
Fuck. God damn it, man. Why? Oh. I think I'm too eager to break it. Gotta show himself with my headphones not being recognized. Okay. Yeah, I will keep it running for a while, editor. So you're alright. What's this contract called? It's one of the cruising for a bruising. It's one of the featured contracts. There's good tank craftsmanship right there. What? What do you mean? Oh, get this. Let's just put it right here. Yeah. Huh? Bonk. Break. Okay. You get up here. Hey Phoenix, welcome. How are you doing, man? Happy Friday. Can I get you early?
Okay. What? Command, we might have a situation. I'll check the perimeter. Over.
Concussion ducky. He's gonna go that side, so I can put it right here.
I swear, these sort of things happen.
Command, we've taken a Please, I got trouble!
Please, I got trouble! Help me, please! So where the hell do I shoot this freaking scooter to make it leak? Right here? Yes! So right over the back wheel. Sweet! Let's see, we've got that dude and we've got that dude. I see where I was. Concussion, yeah. I don't know, think I need it. Let's go get him. Let's worry about that dude later. Okay. Okay. Yes. Coin in.
Oh. Take point. Acknowledged.
Yes. Take point. Let's put you away before anybody comes in. There we go. Cool, cool, cool. Now we're just gonna slip out again. Nice. Nice, okay. And then our other targets are avoid the camera here. Good, good, good. Oh, it's... Oh, he's going to go... And he's susceptible to picking up the briefcase, so we'll have to follow him around. But he will come... Eventually come over here. We've got a parade here. Oh. Oof.
Yeah, that's great.
That was close. Man, I really wish I brought a lockpick, but yeah. Oh, coins. Can never have enough coins in this game. Okay. So he will eventually get down here.
I thought they'd never stop talking.
Smartphones, we have so many ways to distract ourselves. Now that number's compounded by
Oh, I should have brought a taser. Because then I could put the taser here, turn on the water here, and then electrocute the dude. Let's see, where is he? He's over there. Yoink.
Hashtag somebody fucking shoot me.
Hashtag somebody fucking shoot me. What? Oh, he's bringing out... oh, I can't kill him right here because the...
I know what you mean. I have ever heard coming from you. Ever.
Sorry for
Your aura just changed color. I'm not telling you which
Your
color.
aura just changed color. Oh my god.
Okay, all right. You know, you're right. You're right. You can have an opinion on whatever you want. I just think that it's pretty far.
That's an interesting conversation. I should listen to it. She's all the way into crystals and woo, magic woo, and he is not having it. Man, the conversations in this game are awesome.
I mean, I think it's good. Grab a bottle and...
How many hours do you have on Hitman? I don't know, man, 1200 or something.
What?
How you doing?
What? What the hell? Really? Hey, dude.
Huh.
Good to see you.
Okay. What? What?
Come on.
Yeah, you the man.
There's got to be somewhere else you could go.
Hey?
Hey, do I follow you around when you look?
Man.
Well, I suppose.
God damn it, you stay here, sir.
This is awkward.
Oh, thank God. Silence. I thought they'd never...
Sir? Huh. What the? Top dollar. Hey. Whoa, 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 whoa,
Whew, there we go. Pick everything up. Let's get the fuck out of here. Oh boy. So is the boat actually an exit if you pick up the key? We know. GG, thank you. Oh, there. Where's that? Art shop. Oh, that's that car. Okay. We have one over here. Yeah, the boat is one exit. Okay. Oops. Going the wrong way.
Hello, sir.
Hello, hello. Okay. So that should do it for this contract. There we go. There we go. I'm the slowest of the bunch. Let's see. Manga in 8:27 and me in that's only a minute apart. Phoenix right in between. Nice. Well done, Phoenix. Well done. Buckshots. Hey, Buckshots. Welcome. Happy Friday. Okay, next. Next.
Hello there.
Hello. Welcome. Hey, thank you so much for the follow, Buckshots.
You gotta get swifty.
Let's see.
You gotta get swifty in here. It's
Gotta get swifty. Swifty. Oh. Wilton Creek. Nice. Let's see. Ooh. Okay. Let's see. Anything basically. Where the hell is this one? The doctor. What? I can't remember a doctor being there. Oh, for in Anus's house probably. Well done, thank you, Phoenix. You too. You were just a touch faster, but that's all right. Okay. Fuck. Okay. Let's do that one first then. Can I get this dude from here?
Probably heard about Charles Blakesberg before. He's the chairman of your homeowners association.
Got him.
That doesn't sound like him.
Hopefully he won't be found. The doctor is behind the shed near the creek. Oh right. Is he the one talking to the birds or talking about the birds or whatever? Yeah. I know now which one it is. Thank you. Oh, we got her. Okay. Over here. Why is he investigating the fuck me. You are not supposed to get up here. Can I knock people out? Yes, I can. Okay. I have a whomping stick on me. I should have waited a few seconds till she was closer, but yeah. Oh, now we got Piss Boy over here.
Oh, no. No.
I wish they really made a singing bass out of it. That would be much cooler. Silver baller. Oh, he's the dude. Construction worker? Yeah, it's him. Okay. Up. I don't think anybody comes up here, but yeah, just to be safe. Do I need to be in the suit? Any disguise just for her in the suit. Okay, so I can change outfits basically. If I need to. Oh. Oh, they're in the same room, I guess. Body found. Who in the world found this body? What? Oh no. The other dude was found. I shot through the window. Okay. Okay. So don't shoot him through the window. Nobody comes up here unless the fish is activated. Yeah, okay. That's good. They found that dude. So yeah, let's not shoot him right now. Let's work up to him. That dude over there sitting, I can maybe blow him up with the propane that's over there. Okay. Crap, he wasn't distracted by that. I got too close and it automatically activated. I have a stick on me, so... Oh, wait. Wait. Turn that off, okay. And then, yeah, that one is a bit of a, Let's go out here.
Listen, I swear I have a license for it. I just don't bring it with me. You can't just confiscate my property.
You can just confiscate my property.
In
Hey, is anyone there? Come on, man. Come on, we're not
His
done
hand
with this
fell
guy.
out of the door.
Anyone got a visual?
Crap.
It was at this moment that he knew.
He fucked up. Okay. Do not go near the fish before the dude's gone. That's the... I could pick up some muffins. Have some snacks for on the way.
All right, you got my attention.
If they see a pixel of a dead corpse, yeah, they will nuke the entire universe. Yeah, basically, yeah. Very, very true. Let's see. I need him to move.
One guy out there in particular seems to really like it. He's not a local though.
Oh, that's nice. Oh, they're not fake, so I can make.
Can I make him go there, for instance? Oh, she's close. She's closer. Yes. I'll be honest, the worst DLC for Hitman 3 was Slim Shady. Oh, I liked this. I liked the Slim Shady one. It was the one I didn't like. Can't even remember. The Jean-Claude Van Damme one was cool. Splitter, where you have to kill all the clones. Crap. It went off because she got close. Ducky, hey, welcome Galata. Nice to have you here. Might as well leave here. Okay. Cool. Cool. Now, this dude.
I swear I have a license for it.
I swear I have a license.
Bring it with me. You can't just confiscate my property. I need it to get rid of it.
Yeah, you can. You just gotta have your stuff in order, man. You can't just
Hello
go
there.
around. Hi, Galata. Chocolate was my favorite. The issue was like 7 or 8 targets were in the same place all the time. Yeah, they were. They were sitting below the window. I abused that because I did I just blew him up with a propane tank. My run for that is on my YouTube channel, by the way. Up. Okay, you get over here. Maybe I'll get your outfit. Cool. Now, this dude. Am I allowed to go here in this outfit? Yes, I am. Good. Ba 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 da ba da ba 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 da ba da ba da ba 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 ba
No, man. I'm trying to stop.
Ah, well. You know, I think someone in there was trying to help the old geezer stop as well.
By throwing his coffin nails over the fence? What was that?
Okay. There we go. Now we have this dude. Janus Mental is a suit. Oh, is it? Okay.
You're just so chill. Not like Janet. I have
There's,
never met a man
yeah,
so full of bile. I mean, I'm just trying to help him, and he's behaving like a complete ass. All right, I better go. You know, it's like he... What the hell is that?
Goodbye, goodbye. Now, all I have to do is take care of that dude, and then we're done. I may be able to snipe him from the window, through the window, because we're close to the exit then anyway. So then I don't have to go in there. Maybe I should have... No, I can snipe with this gun. Oh, jeez, darling, I'm so hungry. Oh, he goes to the window. Yes, 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 yes. Oh, this is perfect timing, I hope. Oh, beautiful. Just don't let anybody go into that room for a while. There we go. Nice. I didn't have to go in there. Nice shot. Thank you, Phoenix. Thank you, thank you. Okay. How much time do I have? Okay. I'll have another 20 minutes left on the giveaway, and then I'll do the thing. New personal best. Second, number 18 on the globals. Nice. How did we do? Phoenix. Oh, you got me good. Like 40 seconds. Very nice, Phoenix. Very nice. Liz. Let me change the name. 720. 735. Oh. We all got 5-star silent assassin, so that's good. Very, very nice. No. Yes. May do more giveaway after this one. But probably not this stream because I have to stretch it out. I'm not a really big streamer, so I don't get too much stuff, and I want to stretch it out a bit. So I will be. I stream every Friday basically, and sometimes during the weekend I can see. Nah, tomorrow won't be Sunday. So okay, so no streams for me this weekend, but I will do one more next week, depending on how many people there are, because there's not too many people right now. It's growing. So I want to give people a chance, you know. I think I have, let's see, let me check my progress on my campaign. You reward. Yeah, so I have a Hitman World of Assassination Standard Edition key and a Patient Zero Requiem key probably available on Steam, Xbox or PlayStation. So not on Epic, so that's a bummer. And I might have 2 more keys for Zero Requiem later on, so I do have some stuff to give away, but yeah, I want to stretch it out a bit. I hope you understand that. I don't want to do everything in one stream, you know. I just want to see how it goes. It's my first time. I'm a new to the IOI campaigns, so I want to feel it out a bit. Hey, thank you so much for the follow, Galata.
Oh yeah, you gotta get swifty. You gotta get swifty in here. It's time to get swifty.
Do you get the Conor McGregor one? I do. Right? I think I do. Right now I have the trophy duck, so that's this thing over here. As you can see to my bottom left, bottom right for you guys. The trophy duck. But I to get the keys for the game and for the DLCs, I gotta complete a stream. So yeah.
Oh yeah, you gotta get swifty. You gotta get swifty in here. It's time to get swifty.
Thank you very much, Dorian. Yeah, like I was saying, I gotta complete the stream before I get the key. So, and for me, the campaign only started day before yesterday. So this is my first stream within the campaign to give away. So for now, I only have the duckies, and then next stream, I should have a key for the game available, and maybe some keys for the Patient Zero Requiem. So can I see career? So oh, I could see that, of course, in the game mode arcade. I think I have the or didn't I buy the Conor McGregor one? It's because you can't get it anymore. No, see? The ostentatious disruptor pack, so you can't get that anymore. So no, I didn't buy this one. I did complete the ET though, so I do have one of the outfits from that inventory. Suits, celebrity. I think it's one of the fur coats or something. Oh, don't I have that? Oh, the disruptor, the MMA suit I do have, but not the fur coat. So yeah. And Abe has entered. Okay, cool. So yeah, that's what I have. Let's see, contracts. I didn't buy all the DLCs, so let's see. Where are we going next? I have 6 left. Dartmoor. I like Dartmoor. Let's go here. Tighten the news better. This contract. Oh, Phoenix, this is your contract. I didn't know you had a contract in this one. Fiber wire. Okay. Okay. So fiber wire it is. Tools. No, that's melee, right? Let's go with the classic fiber wire. Oh, I want to check something. I added the thing. Drops campaigns. I want to see if that did go through, because I should have. Random suit. Oh yeah. I also have the random suit redeem, so that should be able to use. Okay, okay. Cool, cool, cool. Yeah. Let's see, what else? What else do we have? It gotta be in the suit, okay. Hide all unconscious bodies. Oh, okay. No pacifications. Oh. No, sorry, that's the default text. I will adjust. I can't adjust that right now, but it's a default text for when you enter. Like I said, I'm new to the giveaway stuff in the bot, so I haven't edited that text yet. It should just say entered. Sorry for the confusion. Let's go with this. We'll see. Oh, I should have smuggled maybe some coins. Let's see, how many people do we have in the giveaway right now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people. Okay. At 5:30 mine time, it's now 4:20 almost. So I will start the. I will pick a winner. Okay. So it's that dude. I recently played a contract on this map. Oh, that was in the previous round, I guess. Oh, it's him. It's Smoochy Boy.
No way.
You can see that? Fuck. Oh well, it gives me an option to hide some coins here. Oh, there's coins on the well. Is there anything else I could use? You know what? I'm gonna do this. Yeah, I don't need to bring coins. There's coins on the well. So yeah, guys, if you want to join the giveaway, there's 12 minutes left. I think next time I'll just put it on a timer for an hour or maybe an hour and a half, and then the winner will be automatically drawn. But we'll see how that goes. So gotta pick up the coins. There we go. Okay, let's see how this goes. Gotta distract her, of course.
Oh. All right,
Excuse
stay
me.
put. I got this.
I understand, sir.
Sir, just stop sneaking around. Makes you look suspicious.
What? Okay.
Can't pacify anybody, so... Oh.
What the?
Let's see, let's pick this up.
Yes. Oh, okay. Okay. What is wrong with me today? Oh, this is not good.
Stay here, you understand? Okay, good. I'll just stay right here.
Top dollar. Huh.
Okay.
What?
Sure.
What the hell is that? Oh.
What was that sound?
Dude.
Hello there. Okay. Huh.
Who saw that?
Command, you there? Looks like we got trouble on our hands.
How did he see that from there?
Excuse me?
Nobody here saw that.
No way.
That was weird. That was so weird. Ads incoming in 4 minutes? Oh.
How unfortunate. That will affect your final payment.
Yeah.
Buck_shots_ just redeemed. How unfortunate.
Enjoy your visit. I think I just want to delete all my social apps and just go dark.
Hello, sirs. Sorry, I'm just picking up my paycheck over here. 2 lousy coins. Okay. Okay, make sure the dude doesn't spot me.
Just a little bit sick
What
in my
the?
mouth. Almost gonna come. Get out of my way!
What? Oh.
Sure. Wait a second, wait a second. Okay, cool. Lady is too sick to notice anything. Cool. Sorry, lady, I just killed your boyfriend. Okay. These fuckers.
You're cleared up. Engage! Engage! He can't get away. Find him. Can't see him either.
Oh, fuck me. God damn it. Why doesn't that never work for me?
I'm in command. Okay, shit. This just got serious.
Oh well. Ba 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 da 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 da. There we go. Fido. Do 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 do. Need to spam click, not just one click. I spammed click, but yeah, it's it's sometimes I don't know. Maybe I need to practice that. What? I think it's easier for me because I'm on PS4. Yes, it could be. I don't know. Maybe I'll just need to train on that someday. Come on over. He isn't coming over. What the hell? Okay. Finally he comes over. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Or not.
Is that it?
He doesn't care about the... Ooh. He does see the coin. Okay.
Oh, cool.
Get over here. Nice. Got him. Okay. Let's get this out of the way. Yeah. And they're over there. Oh, right. I can't go that way. Okay. Let's see. Oh, are they the guys that stand near that sniper rifle thing? Oh, boy. Well, that's just wonderful, isn't it? Great, great. Great, great, great. See, I think there's a box right there.
Looking good, man. Looking good.
Yeah, there's a box right there. Hmm.
Huh? Hey.
I don't think I can hold this down for long.
Get them out of the way. Oh, he's back.
I just heard a weird noise. I'm moving in to investigate.
You should be sick, dude.
Again.
Okay. And then when I'm inside, I'm gonna distract the dude with a shot so he goes over there.
Hold it in. Deep breath. Let's find you a restroom.
Go on, turn around.
Oh.
Hello? Is anyone there? Who made that sound?
Looks like you have a prepare to die. Got him! He's hit!
Fuck. Crap, crap, crap. He turned around too quickly. God damn it. This is such a bullshit little corner to get them, man. Especially if I gotta fiber wire these dudes. If I just shoot them, that would be cool, but yeah. You can't pacify anybody. Okay. Okay, after this run... Hey dudes, I'm here for my payday.
Huh. Hey, you okay? You need what?
Command, got some strange noises here. Looking into it. Over.
Gotcha. Okay. At least she doesn't notice. Where's my coin? I'm standing right on it. Okay. Now these should be easy enough.
Contact! Fire! Fire! Where is he? Anyone got a visual?
Negative. Lost him too. Move in.
Okay. And now we wait for the butler to come over. There we go. Fiber wire him. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, he's going all the way to the other side. Why is he looking around? You know exactly where it is, Mr. Harris. But don't pretend you don't. Glenn Miller's Moon Serenade? I don't know. Okay, so coin, the coin over here maybe. Okay. Well, that was better timing than I expected. And that's good.
Okay. Good, Ching.
Catching. Whoa! That was violent. Be careful, Sato. Kato. Wanna fight now? Now's not the time, Kato. Okay. These two jerks.
Sorry, you're not on my list.
I could make them sick. Where the hell would they go if I make them sick? They go somewhere, maybe puking in the creek? That's the question. So let's see where they go. Was that far enough to make him sick?
Oh God, I feel sick. Sorry, let me through.
Yes. Okay, let's see where you go, dude. Let's see where you go.
Oh, we need to find you a bathroom right now.
What a gentleman.
Yeah. Don't tell me you're gonna puke here in the corner. Go to the edge of the creek, maybe. No?
That's it. Just get it out of your system, dear.
Oh, is he gonna puke over there, next to the next to the box? That would be good. Creek? Is he going to the creek or is he going to the box? Oh, he's going to the creek. Yes. Gotta be careful though that nobody sees me. He could be a pain in the ass. Okay. So that leaves me open to do the same to the other one. Cool, cool, cool. Just gotta get him up. Oh.
Sorry, sir, can't let you through here.
Yeah, I know, sir, I know. Don't give me that. He should go to the same spot, right? And if he does, we have him. Bom, 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 bom. Oh, there's another one out here. He's skipping. I also finally mastered headphone science, nailed it down to a pattern. One disable audio enhancer, two. Plug the headphones in, flare them as a headphones. Only the left one works for some reason. Open the system audio interface, manually reflare them as earbuds. Oh my god. There's gotta be an easier way to do that. This easy way to poison him, but slowly. Yeah. It's slow. I wanted to do it over there, but yeah. Maybe if I did a 2-coin lure, I could get away with it, but yeah. It is what it is. Okay. There we go. Oh, could go over here. Get the boat exit. Just be careful that I don't be. I'm not seen picking up the lure. The boat keys. Okay, and if after I'm out, I will do the. I will draw a winner for today. Then.
Duh. Winning.
Yoink. Indeed, winning. Winning!
That was wonderful. Bravo! I loved that. Oh, it was great. Well, it was pretty good. Well, it wasn't bad. Well, there were parts of it that weren't very good, though. It could have been a lot better. I didn't really like it. It was pretty terrible. It was bad. It was awful. It was terrible. Get him away!
Hey, boo! Nice. 7:57, just under 8 minutes. Let's see how the cheetah boards looks. Friends, how am I doing? I'm last by... Wow, Phoenix, you did it much quicker. Yeah, because I did it a slow way. Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. I wish there was, but FX Sound doesn't even recognize different outputs. Still says Realtek speakers. And Windows support doesn't exist anymore, so... I'm running Windows 10. But I'm in the EU and I have free support till the for a year, so... And I don't want to upgrade to that AI garbage Windows 11 version right now, so... Anyway, we will pick a winner for the giveaway. Let's see. Where is my stuff? Over here. Come on. Let's see. Pick a winner. Dorian the big man has won. Oh, congratulations, man, Dorian. You have won a ducky code. I will whisper that to you. Let me see, where is my... Yay! Okay, let's see. Santa Fortuna contract is nice. Okay, we can do that. But first I have to like duckies. Okay, copy this to clipboard. I should be able to send you a whisper, right? A whisper. Where? Crap. I need to do that through my browser. Give me a second. Careful that I don't have this open. Let's see. Dorian the big man. Whisper. Here is your key. Let's see, where do I redeem that? I want to give you a link too, so it's IO account. IOI. Yeah. We need to go here. There you go. You should have gotten a whisper from me, Dorian. Just go to that link. That's the IOI website account. You should have linked it, of course. And then you should have one. The triangle above your head looks like Napoleon's hat. my big head over there. Okay. Minimize this. Yeah, so over here. Okay, did you get it, Dorian? Thanks so much. You're welcome, man. Yeah, it's basically a reskin of the explosive duck, but yeah, it's good. You got it. Cool. So it's not platform specific. You just need to have an IOI account. So okay, so I can now remove this, the giveaway overlay, and the trophy duck for now, and I will remove the giveaway from my title, so I don't get disappointed people coming in here. There will be a new giveaway, maybe more, next Friday. So yeah. If we take the stream's cam dimensions, it's size accurate too. Yeah. I can go away a bit. Okay. So you said the Santa Fortuna one is nice. Okay. Santa Fortuna. Oh, it's this one. That's by... let's see. Look, it's me! Okay. Okay, so that sounds like... not the Santa's Little Helper, but is it celebrity? Yeah. The overalls. Sounds like Halloween or Friday the 13th. Which one is it? Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Machete. Machete. Do I have a machete or do I need to pick it up? Let's see. Melee. Possible that I can bring it like this, so that I have to... That's a kukri. Let's see, that's ancestral knife, cat's claw. No. Do I need to take a container and bring it in? Because sometimes that is also the big problem. Broadswords. Pirate saber. Some money. Ah, over here. Because with that blood spot, that's the one. Okay, nice. So they're in the. He's also wearing the outfit. So. What would be the fastest way in? Shaman's hut? Tools. Let's take a lockpick. Obara Machete is wrong. But is it the exact same picture? So you can't bring your own, so... Which machete do I need to use then? Because it's the only one I have, I think. I have a kukri machete, but that probably doesn't work. A few katana, purple bats, white katana, unicorn horn. Okay, so. Oh, maybe it counts. Okay, well, we'll try it. We'll see. It's for science, right? Okay, let's start over here. And we'll see what we can do. I'm cool and I'm doing alright.
Let the sounds and lights of your surroundings caress your minds and spirits.
Let's take this one. Do not change your starting disguise. Okay. Where are the dudes? Over there. Okay. Wrong way. Gotta go here. Okay. Let's see. No lo creo. Was there another machete in this map? I remember having one. I don't know where it was. That. Yeah, I don't know. But we'll see. If this machete works, then it works.
You need to show yourself, whoever you are.
Okay, let's see if that worked. No, it doesn't. Okay, so this machete doesn't work. Let me see. Hitmaps is not on this one, it's on this one somewhere. Hitmaps. Let's see, this is Santa Fortuna, so that is Hitman 2? Yes. Let's see, search machete. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. In a cocoa plantation. Okay. Botany lab. What? It's here somewhere. Let's drop this. Let's go and find it first so that I know where it is for the next one.
Okay, so what do we know?
It's here somewhere, so I gotta...
Okay, I think we need now. Hey, are you there? There's a guy up there knocking random people to the ground. Harry. Oh no, you! What's going on over there?
Oh no, you don't? Yes, I do. Okay.
I'm not seeing shit here.
Aha! So it's the big tree near the exit over here. Okay. Replan, so I don't need to bring this. No, I can bring some coins, maybe. Yeah. Machete struck in a tree, yeah. Oh, you said that, yeah. Into the tree. Well, there's... Luckily there's not too many trees around.
Caress your minds and spirits.
Caress your minds. I don't know if I'll need this, but yeah. Oh, they're all melee. Okay, so do not throw the machete. Just stab them with it. Or whatever. Okay. Did I take the wrong turn again? Oh my god. I'm gonna go play and check out the new duck. Cheers, mate. Well, thank you for hanging out, Dorian. And maybe we'll see you next time. Have fun with the new duck. Enjoy the game. Claro. Oh, wait, I gotta pick up the machete first. That's gonna be a problem. Can I go behind him?
There he is, I see him!
Fuck.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
Let the sounds and lights of your surroundings caress your minds and spirits.
Caress your minds. Free your mind. Okay. Keep right, keep right, keep right. There we go. Yuck. No lo creo.
No lo creo.
Fuck me. Why can't I just go past these guys? Do I really have to go the long way around? Because the thing that ends up there, yeah, that's the security hut. That's the. Do I really want to go there? No, I don't, because that's a pain in the ass. Because there's two guys here, and since I can't knock out anybody, here. Wait, there's a... And this is the one I go over. There's another... Okay.
Let the sounds and lights of your surroundings caress your minds and spirits.
Let the sounds and smells of your surroundings caress your minds. Okay. Sometimes my brain goes places, but if the wind caresses your face tenderly, does that imply that skirt raising drafts and is molesting people? Well, yes. Let's see, these guys aren't so easy to get past, so I will take this path.
Here's what I'm saying.
¿Qué es esto? These guys are annoying. I will take care of this thing though now.
You come here. I want to check out what I want.
Okay. He saw me shoot. God damn it, man. What time is it? I'm a little bit short on time today, so I can't. I have to stop like a half an hour earlier than I normally would. faster. Down here. Okay, so let's not shoot the camera, at least not from this angle. Angle with the dangle. What's this? Driftwood. No, interessante. Interessante. Can I? No, he's watching.
Okay, what is that?
A ver. So, what was I doing?
Seriously, man, I wasn't about any more excitement today.
Got it. Okay. Can I get this guy to come over here?
Do me a solid and check that out, will you? Sure.
Okay.
Someone there? Show yourself, you.
Right now! Step down, abajo!
How even? Okay, so I gotta lure him away much further then? What the fuck,
Let the
man?
sounds and lights of your surroundings caress your minds and spirits.
Distract them with driftwood? Yeah, maybe. The best fucking night of my life.
Here's what I'm saying.
No lo creo.
Man, I wish I could just go that way.
But take a look around you, man. I always wanted to experience that ancient Hitman. No one's ever done it.
Is that those bloody kids messing around?
Oh, that works. If I do it right here, he sees. If I do it right here, maybe. Coin. Oof. Do not come back here. Let them go. Is he gonna piss off too or no? No.
Okay.
Find out what that was. Yep. I'm just...
Ah, fuck. Oh, I can knock people out. Okay.
I'm good. Hey, look alive!
God damn it. Who said this was fun again? Look at Sammy. What are you doing to me, man? God damn it. Why is this song stuck in my freaking head?
I don't know how
Claro. Claro.
Is that what? Hey, put the gun through that.
Now these guys are coming here. If I do it over here, he will... Oh my god. Now they're gonna wait here. Wait for them to piss off. Then I'll lure him here and then over there, and then I should be relatively safe, I think.
Go and see what that was. Well shot.
Hello? Is anyone there? Who's throwing stuff around you?
Get them out of here because these guys...
Jeez.
Okay. One down. 4 to go. There had to be 5, right? He's the easy one, I guess.
Oh, come on!
Okay. Gotcha, bitch. Does he come out if I do this? There's a little bit of a chance that he will see this. Oh crap.
Must turn on.
Okay. Disappearing into the shadows. So there's 2 left. Since I can knock people out.
Anybody there?
Okay.
Okay. What the hell was that noise? Huh?
Okay.
Nice job.
Don't know where my coin went, but... Okay, so that only leaves that dude over there. Question is, how am I gonna get him? I think... I think I can get him here.
Oye, we might have a situation. I'm gonna take a look around.
Crap.
Get de ahí.
I really want to lure him over there, basically. Okay, I do want to get rid of the thing though. Turn off the light, push the button. Switch off the lights in the lab, the target will go and check. This one? But but there's people in the lab, so that's not really a good solution, I think. Now I've got these two assholes over here. Oops. I basically want to lure him here. I think.
I can't believe it.
Oh, now they're going back. Fuck me. He's annoying. He's very annoying. Do I really need this? No, I don't. I want to see where he goes. God damn it.
Let the sounds and lights of your surroundings caress your minds.
Are you saying if I turn off the last guy, if I turn off the switch outside of the lab, will he come and check? Is that what you're saying? Because if he does, then that would make stuff a whole lot easier. Okay. Let's get into the cocoa plantation and then back down. There's a button at the back of the lab where you're tossing a coin near the security guard's approach. Yeah, okay, so that's the power switch, right?
It's not normal to throw stuff around.
Why did he... The first time I did this, he didn't turn around, but now he did. Was I just too close or something? The fuck, man.
Moment, friends. Let the sounds and lights of your surroundings caress your
I don't have too much time left. I don't have too much time left. My wife may be messaging me at any second now to start the dinner.
Guess what I'm saying? No lo creo.
Hello? Is anyone there?
Okay. Get this.
Check that out. No problem.
We got the Jekyll and Hyde coming in.
I did hear it. But, you know...
Yeah.
Oh well. Gotta wait.
Send me a solid and check that out, will you?
No problem. What was that? What?
Should be safe here. Okay, cool. Stuck. Okay. Turn this off. Machete. Come on out, dude. Come on out.
Come on.
Come on, indeed. Okay, we'll just go round like we did last time. No, you didn't see a thing. Lady, go away.
Oh yeah.
Fuck you. Fuck me, man.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
I should have just thrown something out. Could have used the crowbar to lure her away because I don't need the crowbar anymore. I'm just an idiot. Idiot! I saw her standing there and I thought I could just go past for some reason. Okay, they're both here. Good, good, good. Okay. Gotta get in again. Avoid these two jokers. He hears me. That's good. It's alright. Crap, that's too close.
That ain't funny. Someone could get hurt.
Oh, he goes there, okay. Okay, wait for these two jokers to pass. Push to the coin. Bum, 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 bum. Oh, I could go for him next. I could maybe go for him first, but I'm here now, so... Oh yeah, lure him here first, because otherwise the other dude will come.
Anyone there? Who's throwing stuff around you?
Okay, get him out of the way. Oh, he won't be found. Good. Dude, it's two jokers coming back again. You didn't hear a thing, dude. Okay. Don't find the body, please.
Oh, typical.
Typical, yeah, it's one of these days, right? One of these days. Okay. Okay, be careful. Oh, now she's here. Okay. Just waiting for her to turn around. Fuck off, man.
Can anyone help?
Let's see if I can't do the The one I'm trying to do last, if I can do him first, maybe. Then I don't have to go all the way around back there. I'll have to get to the... maybe go the other way around. Maybe that works. This way. No, this way. This map, man. I don't really mind this map, except the plantation is... I hate that part of the map. I don't know if I'm the only one, but yeah. That's such a pain in the ass. Okay, so if I do it from here...
Who's there? I am so sick of this.
Okay.
I don't need this stupid aggravation. Why is this happening?
If I turn this off... Oh, he does come, yeah. Okay. Cool, now just hope nobody sees that. Oh, they will see this. Probably.
Beast.
Or not. Okay. Pretty little coin.
Okay, dokie. Someone there?
Take him here. There we go. That's good. Now, for this one. Okay. Thank you for the tip, Phoenix. That made it a whole lot easier. Just gotta get around to the last guy. Okay. Last two guys, actually. Oh, this one. I forgot about this one. Okay. See, last time I messed up. I forgot about this guy, so I had to eventually circle back again if I wanted to get him. So that's a bit of a thing. Glad I glanced at the...
You're on, baby.
Okay. Only lives Sol. Rojas Caraballo. Caraballo? I think double L is pronounced as a J. Oh, the timing is perfect.
Anyone in there?
Okay. Coinage. Let's coin you over here.
Okay. See what the hell that was? Yes, yes. on you. I heard that.
There we go. Okay, be careful of that one. Yeah. Yes, there we go.
Duh. Winning.
Thanks, Abe. Okay, cool. Let's see, let's take a look at the cheater boards. Phoenix in 250, oh my god. That's, yeah, you're really fast, man. Well done. Well, there's basically as much time between you and me as there is between me and Manga. Globally. 134, oh my god. You basically all have the same strat. Nice. Well done. Okay, so that is going to have to be it for me today. So where is my thing? Oh, it's over here. So Red, Fury 9. Let's go raid Red. She will be playing Hitman, I think. Let's check it out. Yeah, she's playing Hitman. Oh, Hitman is live too. I see. But yeah, I don't know. I don't think she does any giveaways. What is she doing? Oh, she's working on challenges. Okay, she's in scale right now. So yeah, go say hi to her. She's a real hoot to watch. She's very friendly, and yeah, let's go show her some love. I lost my thing again. Over here. So thank you guys again. I will be back next Friday. I will do more giveaways next Friday. A ducky and maybe a DLC. And depending on how much people we have, maybe I can do more. So yeah. Anyway, have a great weekend. See you all later and see you next Friday. Bye now.